Hi everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just want to get ready today and I feel like I want to get that bronzy summer girl kind of look, hot girl summer. And I want to use this palette, the Chanel Beige in medium rose gold. I just love this blush so much. So let's take a last look at it before, I ruin it. If you don't already know, this is 15 gram and it has a 18th month shelf life and it's made in Italy. It is an oversized compact. This is Chanel's blush compact and this is the Beige compact. And as you can tell, it's quite bigger. This is retailing for $95. So this is the bronzer in the sunlight here. The first one is the Chanel, closest my palm. And then it's the jellyfish palette, and then it's the leopard palette. And here is the blush. The first one up here by the bronzer is the Chanel medium rose gold. Then it's the rose Polaire, and then it's a leopard palette, which doesn't look pink. And then it's the jellyfish palette. It's very light. And here is the highlight. The first one by my bracelet is the Chanel medium rose gold. Then the warm gold from the Le Simple de Chanel, and then it's the leopard highlighter. So let's get started so we can play with this beautiful palette. So I'm just gonna start off with my Ride or Die Tower 28 Sunny Days in the color 20 Mulholland. I love using this. It's eczema approved for sensitive skin, has SPF. And this is an absolutely new bottle, which I feel kind of weird that if it's new, but it's already filled up in the bottom here, but that's just me. And I'm going in with my BK Beauty 101. I'm gonna go in with my Grande Brow Laminate and its coordinating brush. I am almost done. I use this to give my brow a lift and give it some nourishment to help it grow. I too was a bad kid who made a bad decision and I went for that very thin eyebrows in the 90s and I totally regret that decisions. That is one of my decisions that I regret in life, let's just say. Now I'm going to set my sunscreen with the Westman Atelier Vital Plus Skincare that I had depotted into this Hermes container. And I'm using the BK Beauty 113 brush, a paddle brush. I am really liking the brush a lot, so I'm definitely looking into buying more. But I'm just sort of looking what kind of brush I want, and as well as waiting for her inventory list to be restocked because of the sale. It's out of stock. A lot of the brushes are out of stock, so And I'm hoping I can pan this powder, but it's taking quite a long time. So that is all done. Let's do our bronzing. Ah! Okay, so I'm gonna start with the bronzer. What I can do is I can put the bronzer over here, and then I can do a mixture of it on my forehead just so we can see the difference. But just so you know, especially for those who are sensitive or allergic to fragrance, this is one of a Chanel product that I have that is extremely fragrance. It is very fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance. It smells like the Chanel Chance Eau Fresh to me, the green bottle. So if you don't mind that. And for the bronzer brush, I'm gonna use my Lunar New Year brush. This is in the year of the ox that I got from Beautylish. Every year they have it, and right now it is still available. Actually, all of the years are still available, like the year of the pig, the year of the dragon, the year of the rabbit, I believe, and the rat is also available if you're interested. And they are 125 a pop, and it is for powder products only. It is not good for liquid because the hair is too delicate. So that is one layer. I'm gonna go in with a second layer. I'm actually looking at the new Chanel, well, no, it's not new, it's re-promoted Chanel brush that is a lot thinner. It's called the precision brush, and I kind of have my eyes on that. So this is second layer, and we're just gonna do bronzer only on this side so we can look at and see how it looks. I think it's beautiful. I think it's well suited for my light to medium skin tone, and I feel like I don't have to have a light hand because it's catered for a lighter skin versus the deep rose gold. So that is 2 layers of the bronzer. There is no shimmer or glitter that I see, but it's just this natural bronzing powder. Very beautiful. Let's move on with the blush. I am so excited for this blush. I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty 112. It's the small face brush, and it's small enough to fit in this pan, no problem. Woo. Woo. You can see here it's quite powdery, but maybe it's because I am put a little bit too much pressure when getting it out. I don't know. Here we go. I just love this color. Ooh. This is quite the pigmented product from Chanel, I have to say. For the Beige line, I think it's quite pigmented. Usually the Beige line is not as pigmented. Ooh. I'm gonna go in with a second layer. This time I'm gonna go in directly on the cheeks first. It's not a matte, it's like a natural satin sheen. So this is with 2 layers on my light to medium skin. I think that's more than enough. One might say that is too much. So I'm gonna go close up here so you can see. It has this natural sheen to it. I haven't added highlighter or anything. You can definitely tell that I have blush versus this side. But for 2 layers, I think it's very pigmented. In the sunlight, when I move my cheeks like this, I can see the reflection and the sheen of rose gold. So this, again, so these palettes really are named after the blush color. So it's pink, but when you move, there is a sheen of rose gold. I'm not even quite sure I really need a highlighter, but I'm still going to use a highlighter anyways. Let's move on with the highlighting part. This highlighter, I think it's more of a glow within kind of highlighter. I don't think it's an actual highlighter because there's no difference between the highlighter and the bronze. So it's probably a shade that sort of enhances more than highlights. So this brush by Chikohudo highlight brush is exactly the same shape. Might be a little bit bigger than the Chanel re-promoted precision brush for this collection, but this is real gray squirrel hair, and the Chanel is synthetic, I believe. Chanel retails for $60 while this retails for $80. So it depends on what kind of hair you prefer, synthetic or real. But anyways, let's get in. So here we go. So that is 1 layer. I suspect it is more of a, an enhancer kind of product versus an actual highlight. I'm gonna try and get in some more. Second layer. It is a very slight, like natural sheen to it. I'm gonna try with a different brush to see if it shows up more. So I'm gonna go back with my BK Beauty 112. This one is nice and fluffy. Yes, I use it for the blush, but you can also use it for the highlighter as well. I'm gonna use this tapered end here and go in like this. I am digging in quite a bit, so you can see the product is on the brush. So here we go. Can you see the sheen here? I'm gonna go in with the second layer. And yes, I know I'm putting a lot, but I'm just, trying to show the product. But yeah, you can see here. I'm gonna get some, I'm gonna put on my nose. Now I'm gonna go back with my ox brush, so cute, and I am gonna swirl it all over to put it on my forehead. So we'll see how mixing it all together looks like versus separately. Ooh, kick back. I'm gonna tap the excess off, and I'm gonna do it with my hand. I don't really like tapping my brush against the compact because you probably leave scratches on your brush, especially if it's such an expensive brush. So here is how much powder it has. Ooh, you can see. You can definitely tell there's product here versus over here. It's pretty plain. Okay, so it's very pigmented, and I started on my forehead with just too much, and I'm trying really hard to blend it in. I'm gonna go in some more to put on this other side. So somehow I put too much on one side, and now that I'm thinking in my head that I'll just add more to balance out on the other side. You know, technically that does work, but then both sides became dark. So I'm just trying to blend really hard to blend both sides out. It is extremely pigmented. And I feel like I didn't even have to worry this much with the dark rose gold palette, which is weird. So in the end, I just went in with my foundation brush and sort of toned down my right side. And now it looks so much better. Okay, so that took quite a lot of blending to blend this patch where I first initially laid the product. A lot of them just stay there. So that is the face. We're gonna go in and use this on the eyes now. Tap off the excess since mine seems to have a lot of excess. I don't think I've heard people say theirs has excess, but mine does. This, by the way, is the Tom Ford number 13 blender brush. I've had these Tom Ford brushes for so long. This is the original Tom Ford brush that's made out of real goat hair. And they've changed it all now to synthetic. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty one. The BK Beauty 211 is a small crease work. I'm gonna get some more bronzer. I kind of want to have a little bit more definition on the crease. I love this brush for crease work because it just fits my face shape so much better. You can tell there's a little bit more than over here. I just love having that defined crease look. I'm gonna go in with the Sonia G Smudger 2 brush. I'm gonna get a little bit of the bronzer because I want to put it underneath my eyes. We're going for a bronzy kind of look. So for the other eye, and then I want to use the tip of this to get more bronzer, and I want to go on my lash line, just to define, but define in a natural way. And I'm gonna go back in with the BK Beauty 212 on the blush pink shade. I'm gonna put it out here just as like a fun and cohesive, pull together kind of look. And again on the other side of the eyes. We need to add some of the highlighter shade on top of the lid. I'm going to use my finger for some of the highlighter and put it in the middle here because I want to have a little bit of shine in the middle of the lid. And I'm going to go back with my Chikohudo highlighting brush and I'm going to highlight just a little bit up here. And that is the look. I'm gonna go with mascara and I'll be right back. And I am back with eyeliner, the Chanel gel eyeliner on the outside, just for definition, and one layer of my Hourglass Unlocked mascara. And since we are on the La Beige kick, I'm gonna use the Chanel La Beige Healthy Glow Lip Balm in the color medium. It's this beautiful natural tinted lip balm kind of look, and it's part of the Beige line, so I thought it would be appropriate to use this. It's so soft. But I just feel like it will give my lips this a natural, beautiful makeup without makeup kind of look. That is my Get Bronzy look with the new Chanel La Beige palette in the color medium rose gold. I love the color wave of this. This is the bronzer and highlighter side. And this side is just the blush and the highlighter. And the eyes, I have the bronzer underneath and then the highlighter in the middle here. And then I added a little bit of that pink on the outer just to tie the whole look together. I do wish it was a little bit less fragrance. So tell me what you think of this look. I definitely like the blush. Really remind me of, you know, summer Barbie kind of look. I think the highlighter in this, I don't like it separately. It's just too dark. It almost like the All Rose highlighter from the Chanel holiday from last year. And I am sitting by the window for more natural lighting. This one is a mixture of all three colors. This one is just the bronzer. I think 2 layers that we put on, and then the highlighter. Then we have the blush and the highlighter. In conclusion, I think it's a beautiful palette as usual. But comment down below if you have the same palette and you feel like it's more powdery, because I feel like my deep rose gold was not like this. Regarding to my deep rose gold palette, apparently I have misplaced it. Not quite sure if I left it when I was travel and stayed at a hotel, but couldn't find it. So I thought I would get something different. I was debating also if I wanted to get the medium coral because I only have one coral blush. As you can see, I have other pink blushes that are very similar, especially the Rose Polaire. Since I have the pink blushes, a lot of them, I wouldn't mind getting the coral version either. I'm thinking about it though. Thinking about it. I love this compact. Yes, some people say it's big, but for me, I love it. I love to travel with it. I don't have any packaging in the oversized in the La Beige, so this is my first oversized La Beige palette, compact. And I like it that, you know, it's easy. You have everything you wanted and everything you need. You can do an eye look, a face look, and be done with it. And I love traveling with the big giant size mirror. I feel like when I'm getting ready, it's just easier if I see my whole picture. And that's probably why I like a bigger mirror. And so I really prefer the bigger size when I travel. So I hope you had fun exploring this new palette with me. And I am just in the middle of moving, so I have boxes everywhere. But I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.